Thanks, Sheetal, for that wonderful introduction, and special thanks to Rai for giving me the honor of hosting this, moderating this session. I have to confess, this is my first moderation I'm doing, and I believe that, and I have said in so many forums, anything worth doing is worth doing badly in the beginning. And that's one of my belief in business and life. Anything worth doing is worth doing badly in the beginning. So with that confession, I want to start the session. It'll be first 10 minutes I will speak. After that, each of them will speak and we'll go into the session. God cannot be everywhere, so he created mothers. The inspirational woman I have come, obviously, is my mother. This incident happened in 1979, September 12th. My father died. He was 48, my mother was 42. My eldest brother was 23, and I was 13, and 4 more siblings in between. Next day morning, my mother called all 6 of us and told, "I'm going to be your father and mother from today." I did not get a grasp of what she is trying to say. All I could understand is family is in some kind of trouble. But for the next 35 years, she did exactly what she said, played the role of mother and father to us, ensured all 6 children are not only safe but also successful. She was a 9th standard student. When she got married, she was from Andhra Pradesh. When she came to Tamil Nadu, she did not even know Tamil. And here is a woman with a 2.5 lakh debt, which is equivalent to 25 crore at that point of time. In a way, we are asset rich and cash poor. And she had all the reasons to cry. She had all the reasons to blame. She has all the reasons to say that fate is wrong. What can I do? My husband is gone, 6 children. How can I live my life? All the things she could have done. She said, no. From now on, I'm going to take life in my hand and paint the picture. If one woman takes, and that's what we have seen the power of women firsthand. She did agriculture, she ran a school, she ran a factory, she ran the bakery, tailoring unit, and she lived a complete life. For the next 35 years, we saw the power of women firsthand. And that's when I went out, and I see a lot of very talented women, now educated, very well educated, but the hall is not even half full with women. And that is the problem when I spoke to this RAI team, and I told I want to moderate a session with women, and a day should come, there should not be a women panel. All the panel should be minimum represented by 50% women. That is when we can know that women and what you call business Indians have really arrived. Swami Vivekananda says so beautifully, he says society is like a bird, and men and women are its 2 wings. The bird cannot fly with one wing. In India, the bird is trying to fly for too long. How can the bird fly with one wing? Where is that half the power? Women are powerful in the chess board, women are powerful in the home board, women are powerful in the school board, but they are not powerful in the political board, they are not powerful in the corporate board. Charity begins at home. It's our responsibility. Don't scream for change. Be the change. Can we make our women financially independent? And that's the big ask, what I was seeing my mother, and I was asking the world, and that gave me the opportunity to do the natural salon. My entire business model and my thought process itself is manifested into a business model of today doing that natural salon, which today we have more than 450 financially independent women entrepreneurs. More than 95% of them are first-time entrepreneurs. More than 12,000 people are directly employed in this job. One of the often repeated story I told in so many forums, I want to do it one more time. This happened when I opened my 8th salon in Coimbatore. That was my first salon outside Chennai. And I partnered with my cousin, and I used to go there every month and speak to all the people and see how the work is going on. One day, my cousin introduced me to a family who used to spend 5,000 rupees every month. I said, thank you very much, ma'am, for your patronage. And she said, sir, I am from Karur, and I come here for natural salon monthly twice. Why not I open a salon in Karur? I said, ma'am, I don't know whether Karur is ready. I will do a market survey and then come and do it. She said she was not willing to wait. And within the next 2 months, she called me and she said, I have seen a place, come and see it. I went to Karur and I saw the place, and she said, and I liked the place. She invited me to her house. I walked into her house and I saw a BMW on the left-hand side and a Mercedes-Benz on the right-hand side, and few more small cars. I told myself, why is this lady wanting to open a natural salon? Anyway, chalo, let us open, because 30 lakh loss also will not affect this family. I opened, and 1 year later, she called me and she said, thank you. I said, for what, ma'am? She said, this month I have made 50,000 rupees profit. I said, you can make up to 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh. And unknowingly, I added one line which I said, it will be very useful for you. And she said, sir, I don't have any money problem. My house at any point will have 10 lakhs in cash. But for any money I spend, I need to give accounts to my husband and to my 2 sons. This is my money. I can spend the way in which I want. I said, you have made my day. The best fashion statement you can make is standing on your own legs. If there is a woman in your house, in the name of mother, in the name of sister, in the name of daughter, in the name of wife, who is not contributing to the financial kitty of the family, don't blame the Prime Minister, don't blame the policy maker, don't blame your astrology chart, don't blame God. Charity begins at home. It's your responsibility to make that woman financially independent. Here is a set of women who have taken that risk. When everybody said it is not possible, here is a set of people who have come and telling the world, we have done it. Looking at them, there are so many women in your house who can also sit in the same chair in the coming years. And that is why we are showcasing such wonderful women here. But what is the reality today? Women are, in this country there are 2 minorities, 3 minorities rather. One is a religious minority. Anyone who is a non-Hindu is a minority in this country. Then there is a sexual minority, which is the gays and the lesbians. And there is a women are a minority. I understand the religious minority and the sexual minorities because their number is very small. I don't understand the reason why a woman should be called a minority in this country and they should be treated like that. And that's a big question I leave in front of you. These are some questions which should be debated, discussed, and we should find an answer for that. And this forum is a wonderful beginning of that. And I take this opportunity to introduce each of my panel members, and they will talk about their journey first, and then we will go into some question and answers and we'll wrap up. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Shweta Vasudev. I represent a company called Wondr, where I work as a CEO. So I've been associated with Wondr for the last 2 years, prior to which I have close to 17 years of work experience working for corporates. So I've predominantly worked with investment banks globally. So I've traveled through the world, worked with some of the top analysts. I've been part of equity research. So I think when an opportunity knocked my door, where my close friends gave me a chance to say if I would be interested to run Wondr as a brand. So Wondr is into gifting. So started 10 years back and predominantly into bulk gifting space. A very known brand in South India in particular. Obviously, we ship worldwide. So in 2021, I took over as the CEO of Wondr, where initially I started with working on business transformation, where I said that, there was a huge customer base which was already there, and a lot of customers came to Wetri for bulk gifting. So if there was any function, such as wedding, any special occasion at home, puja, they would come to Wetri to buy gifts. And we were omni-channel, so we had, predominantly online, but we did have a physical store as well. But then we were not selling in retail, so that was one thing that we thought was a missed opportunity, and we worked on expanding there. So over the last 18 months, I worked closely in terms of traveling throughout India. So one of the themes that we have at Wetri is to promote Indian handicrafts and predominantly support Indian karigars. So all the products that we have at Wetri are made in India, so that's something that we're very proud of. So generally, gifts in general, there are so many, it's a very fragmented market, very unorganized players are there, and there's a lot of gifts from outside of India, predominantly China, as you might be aware. But we wanted to make sure that we are working with artisans and karigars to take Indian products to the world. So that was the theme that we started working. And through the 18 months, we traveled all across India to very remote villages, identified karigars and suppliers, direct manufacturers who can create very exclusive products. So as you all know, it's a very competitive market out there. So at Wetri, we are very, very particular that each of the product that we have has to be very exclusive by design and should also be very affordable for people. So we do not work with middlemen, we do not work with resellers, we work directly with manufacturers to make sure that we are creating exclusive products and also something that we are able to customize for our clients. Obviously we expanded our bulk gifting products as well. So overall we have 5,000 plus gifts with us. So if you have a requirement in personal gifting, you're attending a function, you're attending a puja, you want to gift your loved ones for any special occasion, then we have a variety of gifts available with us. Similarly, if you have any wedding or any special event at home and want to give many people gifts and you have a budget, then we have products starting 20 rupees going up to 5,000 rupees. Depending on your budget, we can customize products for you. And we have also built a big range of products in the corporate gifting space. So if you are a corporate looking for any gifting requirements, either to give it to your employees, to suppliers, to your clients, and something that looks traditional and Indian, then definitely we have a lot of options. So the last 2 years in particular has been extremely terrific, where we have expanded our customer base significantly. So we do close to 3,500 to 4,000 orders every month. As I said, we ship globally. So we have a large online presence. So we do have customers spread across different parts of India. South India, we have a larger base. We are slowly penetrating into North India as well. And we ship overseas to the US and UK. So that's in general about me. So I think one thing which I really liked about what you said, sir, is financial discipline for women. I think overall in the retail industry, the percentage of women has been extremely low. So I think retail industry contributes about 10% to GDP, and of which only 15% are women entrepreneurs, which is significantly very low. And I think last decade, we have seen a lot of change where because of e-commerce boom and because of digital transformation, we are seeing a lot of women entrepreneurs budding from very remote places of India. So like you said, Karur was not something, probably at that time would not have been viable for a woman to think of an opportunity like this. But now with Digital India and with e-commerce boom, I think this is definitely very feasible. And definitely it's a sense of pride to be part of this kind of a forum. And definitely I hope we are able to see more women entrepreneurs budding, and we're able to see more quorum, more diversity in the years to come. Thank you.
Absolutely well said, Prashanti. I didn't say about financial discipline. I said financial independence. I think the men only have to learn discipline from women. Women are already in discipline quotient. You are notches above. My question to you is 17 years of working, and after that starting a business. It's been would have been a very tough decision to make. How did you how did it happen?
Yes, it was indeed a very tough decision because, so I was with CRISIL as a director, so I was holding a very large portfolio, and when this opportunity came, I definitely was of two minds whether this is something that I can pick up, because I was completely new to retail and I was completely new to e-commerce as well. But as a person, I think I was very passionate about interior decors, gifting as a theme. So I've always been very fond of looking for an eye for detail for very unique products and something that can help me decorate my house, or I'm very quick to acknowledge my friends with gifts and all that. So as a theme, I think I was very aligned. So when this opportunity came, while initially I did have my apprehensions, but I think I quickly jumped into the opportunity, and it's been extremely rewarding in that sense.
Thanks. And you said so well. I think you were, when you started both e-commerce and retail is very new to you. It is not, and you have jumped into the water and learned the swimming on the go. I think people from outside the industry alone can disrupt the industry. People from inside the industry can only make incremental progress. For example, Elon Musk, who was not from the car industry, was alone able to think that car doesn't require an engine, whereas a Toyota and a BMW and the other Hyundai and the other car makers, when they make a car, they always were thinking of how to make a more fuel efficient engine, more faster car and spacious car, etc. They were not able to think of a car which doesn't require an engine. So people from outside the industry, welcome, so that you can disrupt it.
Thank you very much.
So next to Sujata, I think your journey, please. Very interesting journey in terms of, it's on.
Yeah, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sujata Karthik. I represent a company called Dondrax. We are manufacturers of display retail fixtures. Mainly, we cater to the supermarkets, hypermarkets, the home appliances stores, apparel stores, footwear stores. Our other division is we are into the warehouse and industrial racking. Our major clients coming to the retail industry is Chroma, where we've executed about 250 stores across India. Again, another major client is More Retail. We've also executed a lot of warehouses for Reliance, for Apollo Pharmacy. We've executed over 10,000 customers across India. We've done installations across India. We also cater to the export market as well. We have about 200 employees working with us, and our facilities is in Ambattur Industrial Estate. I'm basically a second-generation entrepreneur. Before I get into my story, I would like to, tell about how our brand name Dondrax actually formed. There is a relevance, having women on this panel. So my father, who's a gold medalist in tool design, he brought in the technology of automatic rice cooker. And, he was really thinking of a name which caters to women, because women, again, kitchen. So in Italian, donna caters to queen, means queen. So that's how the name Donna had come. And later he sold the technology to a leading brand. And he saw a future for racking fixtures, for storage in India, across the world as well. And today, I'm proud to say that our company, Dondrax, is run by two women, which is me and my sister-in-law. So, and she takes care of operations, and I cater to the sales, the marketing and sales. So, I think we are strong as a team, and of course, our family are people who work at Dondrax. So together we make a strong team. I'm so happy to see here, women panelists, a panel for women entrepreneurs. Last year I was one of the panelist speakers at TRI, and I was the only female, representative, and I'm happy to see, and as you said, sir, next year we look forward to see 50% of women being in the panel. That's a great thing. And again, coming to my journey, I had no idea that I would be joining my father's business. The only thing that he taught me as a child, that even being a girl child, you need to be financially independent. Wherever you go, you need to work. You need to have your own income, because you do not know what life has got for you. So you need to be financially independent. And little did I know that I would actually be joining back in his business. So in the year 2009, I had come back from the US, and there was a necessity for me to stay back, because there was a situation where we had the overheads higher than our revenue. That was a situation because of the recession in 2008 and 9. And with a great team and different strategies in place, we were able to overcome that. And being as a child, I remember going to these stores with my father for shopping. He would look at the retail fixtures at the stores, but I would look at the shopping. And these days, I look at the retail fixtures at the stores. So that's what is happening. And I'm proud to say that our company is going in the right direction. And we are opening our own facility. We are tripling our capacity as well in manufacturing. We are also getting into the automation space in the warehousing segment. That's it from my end. Thank you.
I've heard the husband and wife working together, brothers working together. First time I'm handling a sister-in-law and a sister working together.
Yes.
So how is the experience of both in the family and in the business working together, two women?
Today, if I'm here and I'm able to sustain in this industry, which is manufacturing especially, in the last 13, 14 years, it's nothing without the support of my family. Be it my parents, be it my brother, be it my husband, be it my in-laws. I have a 7-year-old child.
Are you being generous or are you being candid?
No, I am being, this comes from heart, because I travel a lot, and without their support, I think it's impossible. And my mother-in-law was a working mother, and I think she really understands a working mother's responsibilities. Obviously, family responsibilities are important, but when you have dreams, I think you need to look at the responsibilities of, what's there in the family. At the same time, pursue your career, your dreams, being a woman.
Because when I started, when my franchise business, many women, when they come to me for taking up a franchiseship, they will say that, actually, I don't know anything. I'm after all a woman. Only my father knows, only my husband knows, only my brother knows. I don't know much. I don't know how I will handle business. Blah, 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 they used to say. Today, I can very proudly say, I have created house husbands. The women have started making more money than the husbands, and that is when the husbands and the family people have started respecting the women. The only way for the women to make men respect them is for them to make more money than the men. Then respect will automatically come.
Definitely. And also share responsibilities at home. Yes, I would urge every man in this hall to actually support your wife, your daughter, as Sir said. Even if your mother is about 60 years old, if she has, some dream, please support her. Yeah, thank you.
Rachna doesn't require an introduction. She has been the lone torchbearer of both Roy and the woman power, representing the Tamil Nadu state from Madurai for a long time, especially in retail. She's been doing for 20 years. She is by herself a brand, and her experience and actually the willingness to share her experience and reach out to people has been really, really admirable. My respects to you, Rachna, and over to you for telling your story.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kumaravel. It means loads when it comes from you. When Mr. Kumaravel said us to speak about the story, I should tell you, actually, you have taken me 20 years back of my life. So for a lot of people who don't know me, I'm Rachna, founder Kids Talk, in a very happy space. We deal in retail. We have retail stores which cater to newborn needs, toys, and the garments. Yeah, 20 years back, started the journey with a 2-member team. I was a mother at 24, and my daughter was 2 years old. I realized being a mother at 24 was a challenge by itself, and Madurai did not have a newborn store. With a small dream to make motherhood easy, Kids Talk took its first baby step as a 100 square feet store with just 2 team members. It was me and my husband. I remember the days when Radhika, my baby, my firstborn, her name is Radhika, she would be in my lap and we would do even the stickering work. Yeah, and even today when I look, remember those times, I would never say it was difficult. I was living my passion and my life was in my lap. What else could a mother ask for? And then started our journey with a 100 square feet store, and then slowly we made it 500, and then it was 1,000, and then 5,000. Did we decide what we wanted for Madurai babies? No. It was the mothers who came into our store who said us, now why don't you add this? Why don't you add that? Now the firstborn is a little bigger. Now I have a secondborn at home. Shouldn't you add something for the firstborn? And that is when the newborn store, we slowly started growing. And today, the store caters from 0 to 12 years. And then was my daughter, she was 2 years old. And one day I was surprised when I was called at the school. And I was told my little one, who is still my soul and my heart, she misses her mom at home. I still remember that parents-teachers meeting. I was not prepared for it. But that was the day me and my husband decided to reverse the roles. I took up the finance in the company and the statutory, and he took up the operations world. It was a beautiful journey. It was not tough. It might sound tough for a few of the people who are hearing me. It was not tough. When you live your passion, you are doing it smilingly. Okay, I took up the finance and the statutory, but soon I realized I will not be able to go to Harvard or some other colleges to learn the statutory, and that is when I took up my first Benetton franchisee. And soon from Benetton, it became a franchisee of Landmark to learn how the big companies work. And when I took up Easy Buy, and I was still hesitant to take up stores outside Madurai, and one friend who encouraged me to take the bold step is sitting today in the audience, and that is Darshan. So he told me, why don't you live your dreams and step out of Madurai? And that was the time when I took up Easy Buy Teni store. And then dreams started coming true, and then the journey continued. And last year we took up 2 Zudio stores, and it is a delight to work with the Tatas. And all the learning what I was taking up in Easy Buy stores and the Zudio stores we were implementing at Kids Talk. It was always a journey together. And we were able to implement better systems for our teams in our company. Today, it is a delight that my daughter, who's 24 years old, has joined the company. And we just tell her to remember this. Customer always comes first. Whatever decision you have to take, you have to keep. Just ask yourself, does this decision of yours make motherhood easy? And it is such a pride she has taken the way fish takes to water. And I am sure with Radhika getting into the business, it is going to be a beautiful journey ahead. There was a time when 1,000 rupees of sales would get a huge smile in my husband's and my face. And I'm happy to share the figures here today just because I want the women here to understand that keep moving. I'm sure this year we will end with a 50 crore plus turnover. And when you are living your dreams, it is not hardship. Women are made to take up challenges beautifully. And the other part of the world, our men counterparts are always there to help us out. So just go live the dream. And I personally thank you, Mr. Kumaravel, to ask me to share the journey, because I think I have lived back the dream, what I was been living. Thank you.
I think we have learned a lot from your journey. I think it reminded me of my role model, Anita Roddick, of the Body Shop. She and her husband start the one restaurant together, and the restaurant will fail because Anita was in the back end and Gordon was in the front end. That is when they realized the role reversal. And then Anita went into the front end for the Body Shop, and Gordon went into the back end, and rest is called history. Anyone who want to know about the power of how a brand can be built from scratch, we should listen to this Anita Roddick story. It inspired me a lot. One of the lot of things what we practice in Naturals is borrowed. My question to you, Rachna, is you have worked with all the big companies, and you have also told that working with Tatas and the Landmark Group, etc., is helping you in your new avatar. Can you speak about any specific things which helps you or helping you?
Yeah, I think first was the compliances. I think the bigger companies are very proactive when it comes to the new compliances. So I didn't, so the lapses which Kidstock was making in compliances was never there. So the moment I was asked to implement something in my franchisee stores, I was just quick to cut, copy, paste in Kidstock. The financial discipline. I should say this. So this was an advertisement board which I was speaking to the Benetton RSM, and I said, he's asking, sir, for 150 rupees a square feet. And he said, हाँ ठीक है, ask him for 30 rupees. And I was, what? So he said, no, start from 30 and we will close the deal at 50. And that was my first learning again to bargain. I was not good at asking. 150 at 30 was definitely not possible. So, and I have, I think the compliances, the statutory, the financial discipline, how to treat your team members also, I have learned from these big ventures, because the shift of the timings, we have, for the women team members at our store, we have learned from the bigger franchisee stores which we have taken. So the female team members in my store, they leave the stores way earlier. So I think, yes, there's a lot of learnings from the stores.
Wonderful. When my brother C.K. Ranganathan says so beautifully, which is one of my big learning in the earlier stage, he says, if a business has to succeed, there are 6 stakeholders. The first stakeholder is a customer, second stakeholder is the employee, third is the vendor, fourth stakeholder is the financial institution, which is the bank, sixth stakeholder is the regulators, the government agencies, and the last stakeholder is the partner. Not only the 6 stakeholder is important, also the order is very important. First the customer, employees, the vendor, the financial institutions, the regulators, and finally is the entrepreneur. Many a times the entrepreneur puts himself first and takes the money, and the rest is given to the business, and that is why most businesses don't grow. And now the 7th stakeholder caught the environment. COVID came and told us, you also have to take care of me. So you also have the responsibility to take care of the earth. All these ESG, all these things are sustainability, all these things are coming into the picture now. So let's also take care of the Mother Earth. And as Gandhi says so beautifully, the world is too large for everyone's need. It is too small for a single person's greed. The earth we have not inherited from our ancestors, we have borrowed it from our children. So it is our responsibility to give the earth in a better space to our children than we have got it from our ancestors. So if this 6 stakeholders plus 1 is taken care of in that order, business will be very good. And financial discipline, what you have mentioned, is a wonderful point, which most of the 9 out of 10 times the businesses fail only for that one reason. I'm glad you have stressed it on that. Over to Nalini, my favorite, Sweet Karam Coffee. I have not heard her, I've seen her before. I don't even know her. One day I went to one event, and there she was talking, and that's when I realized what you call an online brand can really do. And the entrepreneurship is not new to Indians. Scaling is. And that is when opportunity like what Sweet Karam Coffee, small opportunity, but well done, and has taken them where they are at this point of time. Over to Nalini to share your journey.
Thank you, sir. That was such a sweet introduction. Thank you so much, sir. Hi, everyone. Happy evening. I'm Nalini, co-founder and CEO of sweetkaramcoffee.in. As Sir said, we are a digital-first brand. We are a trade tech platform, as I like to call, taking the tradition through technology across the globe. So we provide premium, affordably premium, authentic South Indian delicacies, free of palm oil or preservatives. And, we prepare them with the most authentic recipes with the taste of home, just like our grandmother's preparation. So, from our logo to our brand purpose, so there is women everywhere. So that's a little bit about us, and we offer a range. We are one brand where everyone from 6 to 60 will be able to relate, and everybody loves it. So from sweets, snacks, filter coffee to condiments and papads, we want to be that one-stop destination for authentic South Indian delicacies, and yeah, that's a little bit about us. We are a very products with a purpose-led brand. Our vision is to take the taste along with the tales of South India to the globe. As a mother, I'm a mother of a 7-year-old, and as a mother, I was really pained by my daughter moving more inclined towards westernized snack. Simply because it's more available, more conveniently, and pretty well packaged. So I was really pained, and I just 52% of the Indian snacking market is supposed to be dominated by Western snacks. So I really wanted to take, why should the inclination be more towards Western snacks? Can we tell the tales of our products, the tales of our delicacies? There is so much variety. There is so much that we can offer. What is an otherism? I don't want my daughter to be coming and asking a couple of years forward. So we wanted to take the tales along with the taste of South India to the globe, and that pained me, and that led to the birth of this brand. We started in around 2015 when e-commerce was pretty much just emerging. And I have a lovely team who executes this, and I work along with my husband, Anand. He comes with Unilever background and has been the entire brainchild behind Sweet Karam coffee. And along with his group of cousins, we decided to take this business online. This is a very offline-dominated business, but can we take this really online and take this to the globe has always been our vision. So what started with literally zero investment, in a 100 square feet space over the years, I'm very humbled and happy to share that today we have grown into a 10,000 square feet warehouse, providing, just for the numbers, again, as ma'am said, perseverance over several years and patience can inspire a lot more people. So we've grown to a 10,000 square feet warehouse, providing, we have done close to 2.5 lakh orders in the last 3 years. And this year alone, we will be doing 1.5 lakh orders in the entire year. So that's the potential of online, that we have scaled. And of course, omni-channel is the way forward. We would be coming offline also very soon. But I'm very happy and to share that today we ship to 20 plus countries across the globe, and as well as pan-India, with a customer base of 1.5 lakh plus customers. So I think this entire digital-first journey has taught me a lot. As ma'am from Wondr said, I come with 10 plus years of corporate experience, first generation entrepreneur. So, wanted to gain some experience and before starting up, and completely new into the retail space, primarily from IT, product management, branding background, completely transitioned to a new space, and we realized that this is the power what we could execute. Started in 2015 and completely jumped into this business since only about 1.5 years, and we are able to scale it already 20% greater than what we were doing last year. So I think that's a little bit about me and the entire journey. As I said, we provide products with a purpose. So one is authenticity, with a home style experience. Second is to bring in the entire cultural experience of South India along with the products. And the third one is very significant to this session. And we work with so many women homepreneurs, as we call, sir, where they started with us as just home chefs doing in the small kitchens. And they've scaled along with us in the entire journey. And today we call them as homepreneurs, in the sense, small cottage-based entrepreneurs by themselves, achieving their financial independence, as you said. And we've empowered them with facilities. The only thing that we care for is an attitude or a thirst to scale. And if we have found that, all our podis, for example, today are made by these homepreneurs whom we have empowered with just empowering with a little bit of the infrastructure has enabled them to grow along with us. So a very women-led, women-inspired, women foundation of the brand, and that's been a little bit about us, sir.
Wonderful story, taste and the tales. I think you have said it well. And Nalini, my question is to you is, you have done very well, and you are now raised funds also. You are getting into the next leg. What next can we expect from you?
So a lot of scaling is going to come on other channels. So whatever I spoke about, 1.5 lakh orders is only from our own website and app. So we have not even scratched the surface of offline retail or even quick commerce channel. So very much looking to leverage omni-channel. Given that we have such a strong digital presence, I really think, and we have a repeat rate of 70% revenues comes only from our existing customers. So if so much data we are able to leverage from our online experience, I think the moment we go offline and bringing them online is going to be a very smooth integrated experience. So looking forward to that offline-online model that the previous panel spoke about.
Wonderful, wonderful. So the next is the sarees. I think what women love the most, I think the men also love the sarees. I'm sure, I think you can talk about your life experience. How did it begin and where are you now?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brindha, founder and director of Wondr. So Wondr primarily is covering 4 brands. One is into gifts, which Shweta ma'am is heading as a CEO. The other brand is Prashanti Sarees. The other one is Marchi, which is into ready-mades, and we are also into another brand called Bespoke, which is into custom tailoring. We are a first-gen entrepreneur, and I'm basically a software engineer with 6 years of experience in corporate. And me and my husband, we started Wondr 10 years ago as a gifting brand. And we primarily wanted Wondr to be a one-stop shop for all the wedding needs. That is what we focused on. And Prashanti Sarees is something that came in 2016, where we took up Prashanti Sarees. And after that, the things have changed a lot. Sarees is something that is very, very new. The entire retail was completely new to us. And when we were just trying to get into it and build our business, a lot of things happened. As soon as we got in 2016, the demon was announced, which took a big hit for us in terms of both online and retail. And we were slowly recovering from that and, trying to figure out and build a place for ourselves in the retail. And that's when the COVID came. That was a big blow for us. Being a first-gen entrepreneur, we were just trying to, meet the ends with, at that time, I think we were around 75 employees, and we were trying to build a place for ourselves in the market. And when COVID hit, it was very, very important for us to pay salaries for each and every one of our staffs, because that 10,000 rupees is very important for them, for their monthly expenses. So how do we pay them? What do we do was a biggest challenge. When every single store was shut, there was no mode of revenue. We were thinking what we should do, and that is when the YouTube saga started for us. So we had a small YouTube channel, and that started in 18, we were slowly showing our products in YouTube where we started building our subscribers. And during COVID, we turned this as a great opportunity for us. So every day at 10:45 a.m., come what may, we release a new collection in our channel. And slowly, we started building an audience where people were really crazy about seeing what new collection was there. And today I'm proud to say that when every retail store was shut during COVID, we were struggling to dispatch orders to our customers. So we were really piled up with so much of orders, and when the courier service started, we had close to 10,000 orders which we shipped in 2 days. So, and I'm proud to say that those 6 months when the stores were shut down, we paid salary to each and every one of our staffs, which is still a proud moment for us to cherish as a first-gen entrepreneur. And then the story began. We did not stop from there. So the YouTube saga started. It again, as a lot of speakers spoke here, it was an omni-channel business, and once we got a good name through our online presence, the stores boomed. We got a good increase in sales in the stores as well, and successfully we started another store in Bangalore and another one in Bangalore. So we have 2 stores in Bangalore which is successfully running, and our flagship store in Hyderabad, which we launched last year. And today we are a big online brand in our field in the field of sarees, and we have 4 stores successfully running, and we have 500 plus employees today. So that is a quick.
Wonderful. Very happy to hear your thing. I think we are running out of time. 30 seconds each. Your advice to the men folks here.
So whatever women achieve is the support that we get from our husbands or any man in the family. So without your support, we are nothing. So
No, I'm not asking for your gratitude. I'm asking for your advice to the men. What is your advice to the men folks?
support the women in the family. Yeah.
Next. Nalini.
To the men, my husband has been the pillar of my growth. So it's pretty similar thing. If she has dreams, just give her the wings to fly. And the entire family, support is through him. And I think if women really need that entire village of support to achieve their dreams. So her, your ability to let her fly is in your hands. So that's my kind request.
I want to ask a question to the audience. How many of you would like to see your mom, sister, or daughter or wife to be financially independent? The men, please put up your hands here. I was thinking there will be more men. Okay, that surprises me. But yes, there is 50% men who have put up their hands up. And to the rest of the 50%, you have to look within why you didn't put up your hands up, and please do encourage the women then at home. The day the hands would be full up, this question will not arise in a forum like RAI, or anywhere in India for that matter. I would wait to see that. I'm actually surprised to see that only 50% of the hands up went up. Please do look within.
For any voting thing, if you ask somebody, there will be some people who will say, I will vote for this. And there will be another group who will say, I will vote for this. That will not even cross 50%. So the non-people who are not raising also are not used to raising hands.
I like that answer. So I will just believe, benefit of doubt. All the 100% want the women to be independent. So it is a nice space which we are in then today.
Sujata, your thoughts.
To me, I think it's mentorship. When a woman at home says, I do not know this, it's only my husband who takes care, or my father who takes care, like sir, you had mentioned. I think the right mentorship would help them succeed and do what they want to achieve in terms of their career goals. And definitely the right networking platform, if there are many networking platforms which allow women to take part, business networking platform which allow women to take part, I think that would be a great exposure for them. Thank you.
Wonderful.
So I would say inclusiveness. So my request to every man is believe in us. And as women, I'm sure we will never let you down. We generally, are good with multitasking. So anything that's thrown at us, we'll definitely do it well. Just need that faith and support from men to make sure that we're able to fly and reach greater heights.
Thanks. And my mom worked for 40 years, and my wife is working for the past 30 years. My mom, 30 years. Both have never gone to the kitchen and make food for us. Both of them, they don't know how to cook. That cooking is now outsourced to the domestic help. Actually, that makes us far more happy. If they have stayed in the kitchen, that would have pained me a lot more. That they have come out of the kitchen and doing the other work is what has actually made me very proud about my mother and my wife. Don't just tolerate and successful women. It is time to celebrate successful women. Here is 5 of them we are celebrating at this point of time. In the years to come, 50% should celebrate the other 50%. I end with one of my favorite statement, that is, your dream is your signature. Make sure everyone knows it in this world. Wishing you all the best. Thank you so much.